This is the fourth part of previous year questions and detailed solution of ISRO Space Application Center Technician B Electronics Bar IT. The exam conducted on 6/11/2016. The postcode is 35. Up to question number 60 we discussed in the last three parts. So consider question number 61. Which of the following finds application in speed control of DC motor? Answer is option B, SCR. Answer. Thyristors, that is SCR, are used for speed control of DC motors. SCR converts fixed AC input voltage into variable DC output voltage. This variable DC output voltage is then applied to the armature of a DC motor. The methods used to control the speed of DC motor is flex control method and armature control method. 62. The SCR turned off when anode current falls below. Answer is option C, holding current. Once the thyristor is switched on, the anode current is above latching current, the gate loses over it. That means the gate circuit cannot turn off the device. For turning off the SCR, anode current must fall below the holding current. After the anode current falls to zero, we cannot apply a forward voltage across the device due to the presence of the carrier. So we must sweep out or recombine these charges to proper turn off of SCR. So the turn off time of SCR can be defined as interval between anode current falls to zero and the device remains its forward blocking mode. Question number 63. What is the full form of laser? Answer is option A, light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. A laser is a device that emits a beam of coherent light through an optical amplification process. There are many types of lasers including gas lasers, fiber lasers, solid state lasers, dye lasers, diode lasers and excimer lasers. 64. Solder is made of alloy. Answer is option C, tin and lead. Solder is a fusible metal alloy used to create a permanent bond between metal workpieces. It is made up of 60% tin and 40% lead. 60:40 is the most commonly used type of solder for hand soldering. Question number 65. Full form of BGA. Answer is option A, ball grid array. A ball grid array or BGA is a type of surface mount packaging, a chip carrier used for integrated circuits. BGA packages are used to permanently mount devices such as microprocessors. A BGA can provide more interconnection pins that can be put on a dual inline or flat package. Question number 66. Two input XOR gate produce a high output only when its inputs are different. That is option C is correct. Answer. This is the truth table of XOR gate. A and B are the input and consider the output. When A and B are 0, 0, output is 0. If A is 0 and B is 1, output is 1. And A is 1 and B is 0, output is 1. And both A and B are 1, output is 0. From the truth table of an XOR gate, we can conclude that a two-input XOR gate produces high output only when both the inputs are different. Question number 67. Noise margin in logic gate is expressed in. Answer is option A, decibel. In a digital circuit, the noise margin is the amount by which the signal exceeds the threshold for a proper 0 or 1. For example, a digital circuit might be designed to swing between 0 and 1.2 volts with anything below 0.2 volt considered as 0 and anything above 1 volt is considered as A1. Then the noise margin for A0 would be the amount that a signal is below 0.2 volts and a noise margin for 1 would be the amount by which a signal exceeds 1 volt. In this case, noise margins are measured as a absolute voltage, not as a ratio. From the figure, we can identify the high noise margin and low noise margin by considering the output voltage range and input voltage range. Logic family and noise margin. For TTL, noise margin is 0.4 volt. For ECL, noise margin is 0.16 volt. It is the lowest. That is, considering the whole logic family, ECL has the lowest noise margin. For CMOS, noise margin is 1.5 volt. That is the highest noise margin is for CMOS. 68. Digital system usually operates on. Answer is option A, binary. A digital system is a system which deals with a discrete signal. The input and output of the system is two binary value which is 0 and 1. Examples of digital systems are mobile phones, radio, megaphones and many more. Question number 69. CMOS devices have advantages of. Answer is option B, low power consumption. The main advantage of CMOS logic family is their extremely low power consumption. This is because there is no direct conducting path from VDD to ground in either of input condition. So there is practically zero power dissipation in static conditions. This is extra note. Logic families and their advantages and disadvantages. Consider CMOS. Its full name is complementary metal oxide semiconductor. The advantage of CMOS is lowest power consumption used in all microcomputer chips today, most common logic family. Disadvantages of CMOS is easily damaged by static discharge and voltage spikes. Considering TTL. The full name of TTL is transistor logic. Advantage of TTL is earliest developed, most rugged, least susceptible to electrical damage. Disadvantages of TTL: consumes more power than CMOS. Not suitable for battery operated devices. The next logic family is ECL. The full name of ECL is emitter coupled logic. Advantage of ECL is fastest available logic family. Disadvantage of ECL is consumes more power than CMOS. It requires extreme care in the wiring. Question number 70. Following gate is universal gate. Answer is option A, NAND gate. A universal gate is a gate which can implement by Boolean function without need to use any other gate type. The NAND and NOR gates are universal gates. In practice, it is advantageous since NAND and NOR gates are economical and easier to fabricate and are the basic gates used in all IC digital logic families. 71. A plus B equal to Y is a Boolean function for. Answer is option D, OR gate. Name of gate and a Boolean function. For AND gate, Y equal to A dot B. For NAND gate, Y equal to A dot B bar. For NOR gate, Y equal to A plus B whole bar. For NOT gate, Boolean function is Y equal to A bar. It is NOT gate act as an inverter. Question number 72. The voltage needed to operate TTL logic IC is. Answer is option A, 5 volt DC. TTL device usually use 5 volt power supply. Low level is close to 0 volt and high level is around 3.5 volt. CMOS devices are available for various power supply voltages from 1.5 volt, that is 74LVC series, to 18 volt CD for 000B series. Low level of CMOS is close to 0 volt. High level is close to the power supply voltage. Next is 73. Which of the following changes analog voltage to binary data? Answer is option A to D converter. Analog to digital converters, that is ADCs, transform an analog voltage to a binary number, a series of ones and zeros. Types of ADC, that is example of analog to digital converter used in digital system is successive approximation ADC, delta sigma ADC, dual slope ADC, pipeline ADC and flash ADC. Note: what is a DAC? A DAC is a digital to analog converter. As the name implies, is a data converter which generates an analog output from a digital input. A DAC converts a limited number of discrete digital codes to a corresponding number of discrete analog output values. A DAC is a device that enhances the quality of audio for headphones and speakers by converting it into an analog signal. The superior quality of the analog signal significantly improves audio playback, particularly for music and movies. The types of DACs: binary weighted resistor DAC and R to R ladder DAC. What is an encoder? An encoder is a digital circuit that converts a set of binary inputs into a unique binary code. The binary code represents the position of the input and is used to identify the specific input that is active. Encoders are commonly used in digital systems to convert a parallel set of input into a serial code. 74. A half adder includes. Answer is option B, AND gate and XOR gate. A half adder circuit consists of two input terminals, namely A and B. Both of these add two input digits, 1-bit numbers, and generate the output in the form of carry and a sum. Thus, there are two output terminals. The output that one contains from the XOR gate is the sum of both the 1-bit numbers. This is the circuit diagram of a half adder. A and B are the inputs and sum and carry are the outputs. This is a truth table of half adder. A and B are the inputs and sum and carry are the outputs here. For 0, 0, sum is 0 and carry is 0. For 0, 1 input, sum is 1 and carry is 0. And for A and B of 1, 0, sum is 1 and carry is 0. For input A1, B1, sum is 0 and carry is 1. The expression for sum equal to A XOR B, and for carry it is A not B. 75. A 4-line decoder has, answer is option B, 4 inputs and 16 outputs. A decoder is a combinational circuit that converts binary coded information into familiar representation like a decimal, octal, hexadecimal, etc. The decoder has n number of inputs. The number of output will be maximum of 2 raised to n less than or equal to 2 raised to n. Given 4-line decoder, therefore number of input lines n equal to 4. Therefore number of output lines equal to 2 raised to n, which is equal to 2 raised to 4. That is number of output line equal to 16. Question number 76. JK flip-flop is in the toggle condition when, answer is option B, J equal to 1 and K equal to 1. The JK flip-flop is a gated SR flip-flop with the addition of a clock input circuitry that prevents the illegal or invalid output condition that can occur when both inputs S and R are equal to logic level 1. The JK flip-flop has a toggle mode of operation when both J and K inputs are high. Toggle means that the Q output will change states on each active clock edge. Race around condition means toggling is happening at the output many 8 times within a single clock period. Race around condition is eliminated by master-slave JK flip-flop. Question number 77. D flip-flop used as, answer is option A, delay logic. D flip-flop is an electronic device that is known as delay flip-flop or data flip-flop, which is used to store single bit of data. The D flip-flop acts as an electronic memory component since the output remains constant unless deliberately changed by altering the state of the D input followed by a rising clock signal. Question number 78. A flip-flop has two outputs which are, answer is option C, always complementary. A flip-flop is an electronic device, or to be precise, a kind of memory component that can hold one bit of data. A flip-flop has two states, that is set and reset. Those states are represented by the binary values 0 and 1. The flip-flop remains in its current state. It receives a signal that switches it to opposite state. A clock or pulse signal may trigger the flip-flop to change state. We can construct a basic flip-flop using 4 NOR or 4 NAND gates. A flip-flop circuit has two outputs, one for the normal value and one for the complement value of the stored bit. Question number 79. IC LM723 is a dual op-amp is the correct answer. That is option B. LM723 bar LM723C is a voltage regulator designed primarily for series regulator applications. By itself, it will supply output currents up to 150 milliampere. but external transistors can be added to provide any desired load current. LM723 contains the op-amp, pass transistor, reference voltage circuit and current limit transistor. This is the internal block diagram of the IC. It contains voltage reference amplifier, temperature compensated zener, an error amplifier, a current limiter, series pass transistor. The last question of this part is question number 18. The ideal op-amp has the following characteristics. Answer is option A, Ri equal to infinity, A, that is gain equal to infinity and R naught equal to 0. An operational amplifier op-amp is an integrated circuit IC that amplifies the difference in voltage between two inputs. It is so named because it was developed for perform arithmetic operations. Amplifiers, buffers, comparators, filters, etc. IC741 is the most commonly used op-amp. Note the characteristics of ideal op-amp. Infinite open loop gain, infinite input impedance Rin and so, 0 input current, 0 input offset voltage, infinite output voltage range, infinite bandwidth, infinite slew rate, 0 output impedance Rout, and so infinite output current range, 0 noise, infinite common mode rejection ratio, that is CMRR, and infinite PSRR, that is power supply rejection ratio. Thank you.